All right, I threw my hair up and I'm filming from my cell phone today. Blue and I decided to come to the park instead of the dog park. I do have a leash. It's kind of off leash though. So we're gonna go on an adventure. Blue, you ready? Let's go on an adventure, bub. What do you think? Oh, that's fantastic. I'm filming. Yeah, that's right. He's going to the bathroom. Okay, it's what you get when you just decide to film. I'm so glad I didn't go Facebook Live. All right, so walk on down here. Got my cell phone instead of my GoPro. It's okay. Let's go, big boy. Let's go. It's been raining and raining, and the dog park has a lot of standing water. So I thought, you know what? It's going to be a whole video of my dog just going to the bathroom. Oh, God. All right. You can just unsubscribe now. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, here we go. We're Falls Beach, and this is one of the many beaches that we have here in Pecan Plantation. It's beautiful. It's a little chilly. That's why I have this outfit on. And, we don't want to get in the muck anywhere. So here we go. I haven't been down to this beach in a long time, but I do love to come down to the beach. I usually go to Sandy Beach over off Bell Chase, which is over by where I live. But today we are going to be here at Falls Beach, which is off Ravenswood, which is right off the front circle of Pecan. So as you know, if you watch any of my videos, Lake Granbury is just a dammed up Brazos River. And then the dam opens up, the floodgates flow down through the Brazos River, which is what this is. This is the Brazos River, which is around the peninsula, surrounds the whole peninsula of Pecan Plantation. El Tesoro is a camp that's just right on the other side of these beautiful trees. And so I got a call today, actually, I'll tell you about it while I'm walking my dog down here, that asked me, she's from Colorado, really interested in coming to Pecan. And she said, we're so high in our elevation. What's it like? Do you guys flood all the time down there? And I don't know if you can see or not, but there's a beautiful house that one of my friends owns, and it's way up there on the top of the hill. And so their home sits on a couple of acres. And I can't see if you can really tell about the elevation, but sometimes there'll be a home out here in Pecan Plantation, and it will say that it is in a floodplain. Well, excuse me, the home's not in the floodplain. A piece of the property is in the floodplain. So what that means is the elevation here is so high. I'm using an example on the opposite side of the river, but you see how here's the ground, and then look how high it goes all the way up to get to where the tree line is. Well, these houses over here on Ravenswood are just as high, if not higher than this elevation up here where these trees are. So just because a portion of the piece of the property, like right here, is in the flood zone, that doesn't mean that your house is in a flood zone. And what we do is we get the surveyor to provide us an elevation certificate that shows that the house is elevated out of the floodplain, and then you're not required to pay a flood insurance premium. You may still want flood insurance because it's cheap, oftentimes, but here's a resource that you can go to. I'm going off the top of my head, but I'll put the correct link on there. Let me show you exactly where I was. I'm going to come over here and do a Google search of Hood County Appraisal District. So we are in Pecan Plantation, Granbury, Texas, which is in Hood County. So here you see Hood County Appraisal District. I'm going to click on that. And then it's going to say property tax information. Please visit the appraisal website. So here we go. I clicked off of that. Something about bad weather. But let me show you where I was today when I was on the river walking Blue Dog. So I'm going to the map and I'm going to zoom out. So where I was today was, instead of the dog park, because there's just tons of water, we've had so much rain, I was at our park. So this is where the park is, and these are the big lots that I was showing you guys when I was down there, trying to give you an idea about the elevation. So let's look one up, and I'm going to show you how to find out if it's in a floodplain. So I'm going to pick this right here, the Pecan Security Office. So let me write this address down. Instead of I don't want to look like a creeper and use somebody's address, I'm just going to use our Pecan Plantation Security. 8501 North Monticello Circle. So there's the park that I was at. I was walking behind these homes, but we're going to use the address of Pecan Security. So we're going to Google FEMA, FEMA, flood maps by address. See, it's already in there because I use it all the time. So here is the FEMA flood map, and it's msc.fema.gov. MSC, I don't know what that means, .fema.gov. We're going to click on this, and it's going to take us to a place that we can put in an address. The address we're going to use, here's the whole United States, and we're going to use the address of the Pecan Security Office, which is located right at the front gate of Pecan, and it backs up to the Brazos River. North Monticello, Monticello, Granbury, Texas, 76049. Search. Okay, so now we have searched, and boom, here, let's see how far back out I can go. Okay, so here is the FEMA Gov website that I'm on. I'm doing a map search, and the red dot is where the Pecan Security Office is. So remember over here, we're looking at the river, Lake Granbury, Brazos River. Similar. Lake Granbury, Brazos River, Peninsula of Pecan Plantation. And the more I zero in to get towards that search, you're going to see all this water appear. The blue line is going to show you where the flood map is. Okay, this right here, that's the water. So we're going to go down here, and here on the bottom of this website page is going to tell you what part of the flood area you're in. So that particular area that I was at today is located, this is riveting, isn't it? This may have been a bad idea. It's going to be over off of Ravenswood. But the point is that you can go and you can see where you are at. Are you in the zone AE? Do you require flood insurance? Do you not require flood insurance? And basically the process is, if you are going to get a mortgage, if you're paying cash, this is not going to be relevant. If you're going to get a mortgage, your lender is going to pull what's called a flood cert. It's a flood certification, and it's going to tell you if you are in the flood zone AE, and you would be required to have flood insurance. So I spoke with my friend that does live on the river. He said he does have flood insurance. It is through FEMA, and he said it's interesting because it's only a maximum of $250,000. He said his premiums are super, super low, but it doesn't matter if your house is worth $500,000 or $5 million, you only get $250,000 from FEMA. So I found that interesting. But here's a way to identify if you're in a flood zone. And then oftentimes what I have seen, not in all cases, but oftentimes what I've seen where we talked about the elevation, where I was showing you in the video about the elevation, sometimes you can get the surveyor to give you a elevation certificate showing that you're 30 foot higher than where the water is that comes to the property on that flood cert. So let's go back to me and Blue on the river. Okay, I've arrived at a really cool part of Pecan. I'm still on Ravenswood. I've walked up a little bit closer to the front circle from Falls Beach. I've lost Blue. I have no idea where he is. He's probably gone up to meet some neighbors, but I want to give you an idea of how steep this is. So here we are, Brazos water level right here. El Tesoro's still over there, the camp. Oh, there's Blue over there. You can kind of see him. He's gray. And then I want to show you how steep this walk is. Well, actually, it's not too bad right here, but it's going to get bad as we go from the Brazos River to the back of these folks' homes on Ravenswood. Okay, we're going up the hill. Here we go. And these homes are just gorgeous. I've always loved these homes on Ravenswood. Okay, now we're going up a pretty steep hill. I know, if I fall, y'all can just laugh. Okay, see how far away the homes are and how much higher they are? There's my Blue dog. So they're way up there. We're not anywhere near these homes flooding unless Noah's involved. So there's the park where we started. Let's see if I can zero in on it a little bit more. We walked from this park over there, and we're still looking at the back of people's homes on Ravenswood. And then I'm going to give you a 360 pan of where I came from. I just walked up this. It may look steep, but let me tell you it was. And then we're back to Blue Dog. Blue, look here, bud. Look at mommy. He's a good boy. As always, thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. Please click on subscribe unless you don't want to see my dog go to the bathroom all the time and then you don't want to watch my videos. But if that doesn't bother you, click subscribe where I post new videos all the time. Thanks again for watching and make it a great day.